Society and haven't left since. It's been my home. But outside of that, like, it's just been amazing being in Web3. I call it Twitter, but X Web3 space is my favorite space in all of the world, pretty much, in real life or not. It's the best people I've ever met, the most supportive audience I've ever had, and people that really rock with me. So that's kind of where I'm at. I outside of Web3, I've done music since I was 9 years old. I've been a singer my whole life. My mom was a professional jazz vocalist, and she's amazing too. Many of my ladies can attest to that. They've heard her and love her. And I've made music a really long time. I've been in lots of bands. I've done the whole in real life thing. I'm hoping to do it again soon. I got really deep into the Web3 thing with COVID, which I think a lot of us did. So that's kind of what put me into the metaverse. But outside of that, I make music, and I hope to be playing shows pretty soon. And I believe Bootsy is going to be helping me out with that. But yeah, so that's what I got.
Wow. So, oh my gosh, so many questions. This is so
yeah, sorry, I
exciting.
just gave a whole timeline to everything, but
no,
we can pick that apart a little deeper.
Yeah, I love it. So, okay, your mom is a jazz singer.
Yes.
Is that that had to have been amazing growing up with? Can you talk a little more about that?
Yeah, it was. It was inspiring. It's I mean, when I was a kid, I was growing up with MTV being a really big thing with music and seeing music videos and, stars like Pink and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Those were the big stars back then. And I kind of just watching that. I mean, my mom has sang since before I was born, so she's always been a vocalist, but I started kind of getting into that pop culture, and then also seeing my mom perform and do her thing. It just kind of it made me feel like I could do it too. It's there wasn't this separation of oh, those people are on the TV and I'm over here and I can't do that. It was me watching my mom go out and do it every night, and then coming back and being I could do that too, because my mom's doing it. So, and she's amazing at it. Hands down one of the best vocalists I've ever known in my life, and still to this day. So yeah, it was nice seeing that it's reachable, the dream was attainable for me.
Hell yeah, love that. So, how old were you when you did your first singing gig?
So it was it was about 9 years old. I was in a touring children's chorale. So we did a lot of shows in the town we lived, but we would also go out, which this was kind of a cool part about it. We would go out and we would basically play gigs and make money, and the money would go towards a good cause of some kind. So it was like a charitable children's chorale, essentially. And so that's kind of where I started singing. My mom put me into vocal lessons because I made it clear I wanted, I was basically I want to be a pop star. So, my mom put me where I needed to be, and since then it's just been every opportunity I could find I would take. And yeah.
Super awesome. So how did you connect with Bootsy?
So that was part of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 100-day video duet challenge I did. But I basically did 100 days straight of music duets where I would take a video mainly off of TikTok of a musician playing something or some type of musical video, and then I would duet it with something either I wrote or if it was a cover. So I did that 100 days straight, but within the first 9 days or something, Bootsy, I had worn these Bootsy glasses and this Club Funketeers t-shirt in this video, and Bootsy had found it somehow. I didn't even tag him in it or anything. He just found it in the interwebs and went and showed his wife Patty, and he was like, look at this funky girl wearing this Bootsy stuff, she's awesome. And so he started tagging me and sharing my stuff, and we just connected, and it's been, history ever since. Now we're all, the Fame Lady Society is all in love with Bootsy and Funk Not Fight and vice versa, and we're kind of creating a really special thing here. historical, if you will.
Ah, love it. Um, yeah, Bootsy's such a badass. So, um, can you talk a little bit more about the collab you're working on with him?
Yeah, so he and I are working on some songs. We have like 7 or 8 songs together. And I believe the first single of us together is going to be coming out early next year with a video and promo and all that. And I'm sure it'll be an NFT as well. Um, as far as Funk Not Fight, we're aligned on this vision, between Fame Lady Society and the Funk Not Fight movement. We're aligned on just, bringing peace and love instead of fighting. And so that's kind of what we do. They go out and do events all the time, and how we tie into that is we're going to be essentially streaming those events into their Discord. A couple of us are running their Discord now, and we're going to be doing events in there. And they have a metaverse called Funktropolis coming, which is just insane. And Fame Lady Society is going to have a space there, and they're doing kind of the same thing. They're uplifting, brand new artists, and they're trying to get people, more eyes on them and get people more coverage. So we kind of have aligned views there. So we have like a multitude of projects kind of going on at the same time. Like we've got our music, me and Bootsy, and then we've got the Fame Lady Society Discord tying into their Discord, and then Funktropolis Metaverse. It's like there's kind of a whole thing being built here.
So awesome. The Blue Universe. Blue Universe. I think I said that maybe right.
You did.
So Funktropolis. Holy moly! When can we expect to see that? And do you know, like, is it Unity or what? How is it being built? And how can we access it?
So it's going to be next year, I believe, is what they're thinking. I'm not sure exactly a date. The ladies and I are still in a place where we haven't actually been inside of it yet, but we've seen the dev, Charles. He's been creating this. He created the whole thing, and he's been showing us, what it's all about and what it looks like and where it's at. And it's super exciting. It's kind of like a Decentraland kind of vibe, but it's, all built around funk. So it's like the funky version of Decentraland. So yeah, and yeah, we don't have an exact release date, but we know that it's going to be really cool. We've seen some things. We've seen some stages and some event places and some, random spots, and it's going to be awesome. But yeah, I can't exactly say when. I know that it'll probably be next year.
Wow, that is exciting.
Yes.
In the meantime, you said you'll be performing together. Is that in real life or in the metaverse?
Probably both, to be honest. I know that metaverse will probably take precedence. So, we both work with green screens. We both will be actually like physically presenting in Funktropolis and various streaming services. But yeah, I'm hoping I really want to tour, and I want to play music, and I know that he likes being on stage and doing his thing and speaking to people. So we kind of tie that in together at some point. I know that there's been a few events that have happened with the Funk Not Fight movement, and they've had live music, and they have an artist, and Bootsy goes out. It depends. They go to different cities and do this, sort of like a tour. And so I assume we'll be doing something like that here in Hawaii, where I live.
That's awesome. So in Hawaii, okay. Are you from Hawaii originally?
No, I'm not. I grew up in Colorado and Oregon. So I moved to Hawaii about 2 years ago.
Nice move. Nice move.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
How did that come about?
Well, my husband is actually a lighting designer for production and shows and stuff like that, and all kinds of events. And he and I were actually doing this really cool thing during COVID lockdown time, where it was like this live stream, and he had basically all these lights and all this production equipment at his disposal. And so we created this live stream show that was just like incredible, and we filmed the whole thing, and that kind of like circulated on the internet, and some colleagues of his found it, and this guy that is out here that owns a lighting company saw it, and he just like fell in love with the work and kind of knew about Tyler and knew that he was a, you know, really talented at what he does. So he called him one day and was like, hey, what do you think about moving to Hawaii? And Tyler was like, yeah, all right. So we were like, bet, let's move. Let's go to Hawaii. Took the shot. And so now he's helping him kind of run that company. And they do a lot of good out here. You know, apart from just big shows, they help a lot of the culture here, and they do Merry Monarch, which is a huge festival here in Hawaii. So it's good to be coming out here and also be able to give back.
Super duper awesome. So, lighting. Okay. And where were you live streaming? Like what platform?
It was on, I think we were using OBS to stream to Twitch and YouTube. And I think there was one more, I can't recall. But yeah, we were streaming to a few different platforms through OBS.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So your mom is a musician. Does she have like her own music released on traditional Web2 media?
Not at this point. That's actually something I'm working on. She had an album a while back that's fantastic. It's all cover tunes, but they're kind of her own rendition / arrangement of cover tunes. It's all jazz. And so we're going to be working on getting that into some kind of NFT form, and maybe even on, you know, the normal distribution platforms. So that is coming. And then I also have requests by a lot of my friends to put out some sort of new collab with her, like both of us, because I know that we did a duet together and everyone freaked out and was like, we need a whole album of both of you. So that's on my to-do list. It's been requested.
Oh, I love that. And we have to shout out Roots. He's also in Hawaii, and I think from Hawaii, but also lived in Colorado. Sorry, Roots. I'm totally just like sharing your story. But
Shoots,
yeah.
Roots.
So yeah, so what does your mom think about all the Web3 stuff as a, you know, musician from, you know, back in the day? And
yeah, I mean, they don't really get it. I mean, my dad's my dad and my husband are both in the audience, so I'm trying not to make a fool of myself, but yeah, they don't really get it, you know, but they fully support and they love everything I'm doing. And I try to explain things sometimes and they're like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, well, it's just a way that we can maybe put your music out or get you out there in some way. And they see that and can appreciate that, I think. They've always been supportive in everything I've done and trusted me to do, you know, what I need to do. So
yeah, no, that's interesting. I'm so curious to hear from the musician's point of view how, you know, Web3 music disrupts the Web2 industry in all the ways. So that's cool. Dan, I feel like I'm hogging the mic. Did you have questions for Blue?
Oh, hog away. I'm over here running through Blooniverse, and this is a beautiful build. I am streaming it to the band room. So if anyone wants to, like,
yeah,
if you
right now it's still set up from an event that the ladies and I did. I think it was like a few months. I think it was like in August for our 2-year takeover. And so it's got ladies everywhere. It's got my bubble bums on the wall. It's got all kinds of fun stuff, and it's got a what do you call that? A scavenger hunt. So hey, if anyone does the scavenger hunt in there and you get to the end of it and you can, you know, figure it out and let me know, DM me or something with the answer, I'll give you an NFT.
Ooh.
And don't share the answer with each other. That makes it not fun.
I was running around in there. It is beautiful. And so many quirky, like the separated sandwich. I found that to be like...
Well, anyone that knows me knows that I'm really, really big on sandwich alignment. Like I'm kind of, I'm like really stern about how sandwiches are aligned. I think it's really important to like the quality of a sandwich when you're eating it. It's like every bite should really be the same.
Oh my God, I think we just became like best friends.
And like I hate when you get a sandwich and you get like a bite of the corner and it's just like the crust and like
all bread,
a little bit of lettuce or something. It's like that's the worst.
I feel the same way about salads. I like mix everything
Yeah.
up and get like the
Yes.
perfect fork situation going on. Oh my
Yes.
God, I love that.
Exactly. And so that's my sandwich alignment class. It's got the chairs.
Oh, that I love that so much because I stood there staring at it like I don't know what's going on here, but I'm really moved by this by
Yes,
this
it's showing you
installation.
how each layer should be laid out. It should be perfectly aligned, and then, we'll have seminars on that and stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm a Blue fan, big time. I was going into
I
this,
knew that
but
would catch
now I'm
some
like,
people.
oh, you're speaking my language. I love it. And
Hmm.
then there's a dog creature in there. Is that a personal like
So that's
in real life?
Howard. That's Howard. He's our Fame Lady Society mascot. He's a very good boy. Sometimes he's a bad boy, but he is mostly a very good boy. So if you ever come into the Fame Lady Society Discord, you can see Howard. He's constantly reacting. He runs our tarot card manifestation center as well. If you ever want to do tarot, you come into our Discord and do command tarot, and you'll get a tarot card from Howard. So he's kind of our muse.
Oh, well done, Sin. He's zooming up on. I believe What is Howard? Is he a Chihuahua or a?
No, I think he's like a golden lab.
Okay.
Your standard golden lab.
Gotcha. For anybody who's wondering what we are looking at, Sin did share the Twitter stream, so you can see what we're seeing in Decentraland. So I want to know more about Bubble Bums because that is freaking adorable and awesome. How and just how, why, say more.
Yes. That's kind of it's a currently halted project just because of the whole OpenSea change, and I can't lazy mint anymore, so I'm trying to figure out, like, do I make a new collection? Do I, I'm just trying to figure out what to do with that. But it is just a one-of-one essentially collection of booties, beautiful booties that I actually created to match the Fame Ladies. So there's a lot of like custom built booties that match those ladies. And then we also have some that people have just designed. They've been custom that people really like put their own perspective and personality into. And then there's some that I just made because I felt like doing it, and I like butts. So, I mean, who doesn't like butts,
Oh, a butt is so important. And like, I wish Rustan was in here because in Decentraland, the default avatar butt is just a sad situation. And so I think he was the first to like sculpt the actual base body to make that a more, round and plump and just shapely situation. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, there are a few. And then I made a bodysuit that affectionately became known as the booty suit because I was like, no. The booty's gotta be good. You can't just have an avatar with a flat butt.
That has been severely disappointing for me in every like metaverse that I've been in. It's like, where are the curves? Like, I need some curvier bodies up in here. And when I say curvy, like so many of the different, variations of curvy, it's like little skinny person with no boobs or booty, or like really large person but still with no boobs or booty. And I'm like, that does not make sense. Like, some of us are curvy with the big boobs and the big booty, like, give me some more sliders.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a question from Decentraland, from Roots, actually, in the space as well. He is asking, where in Hawaii do you do public performances?
I'm in Honolulu, so on the island of Oahu. And I am working on doing performances. I was performing for a while at this place called Workplay here, but that place got shut down, so not playing there anymore. But yeah, it's in my my goal list to start performing again. I really want to. I know that I'm going to be doing like a lot of metaverse performances soon. I've got a lot of requests from people to be doing that, so I want to get into that, and we're going to figure out a green screen so I can perform in Funktropolis and all that stuff. But yeah, my favorite thing ever is performing on a stage with people in front of me. Like, I need that connection, and it's what made me love singing to begin with, is just the connection you get with people when you're you know, making music on stage and creating a moment with them. So it's, you know, it's high on my list to be getting back to doing that.
Oh, I love it. If you're ever performing live and have the opportunity to stream, please let me know. I would love, love, love to, one, get you into Decentraland in any capacity, but also help amplify anything you're doing in real life as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to have that connection, because I know, like, I think it was the first show I did here at Workplay that we did stream to like YouTube and Twitch, but I didn't have like a connection with anyone in Decentraland or True Band Room at that point, so I didn't stream anywhere else. But now that I know you and we could do something like that, like I would definitely want to do that.
Let's go.
Yes.
It's just in. Roots is on the same island as you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Roots, I'm not going to put you on the spot. Yeah. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but you are welcome to come up on stage if you do want to talk to Blue. I did send you an invite. So.
Awesome. Yeah, we could Hawaii it up. Yeah, it's a hot day out here today. It's actually been cooling down a little bit, but it's kind of in that weird limbo mode where it's like still hot, but it's got kind of a more humid side to it. Getting a little muggy.
Yeah, the humidity there can be a little, or a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of humidity, and honestly, that it's nothing here compared. I lived in Oklahoma like 2 years before COVID hit, and for just like a couple years, and that was the most humidity I've ever experienced in my life. Like I don't ever want to go back there ever again. Then like I don't know if you can imagine like freezing cold humidity. Like cuz Oklahoma like freezes over in the winter and gets very cold, but it's still humid. So it's like ice crystals that you're just like breathing in and that just become a part of you, and it's just horrifying.
Excellent description. I'm from Chicago originally, so that humid cold.
Oh yeah, that's where my brother lives. It's like that.
Whoa.
It'd be like that out there.
It's painful. I'm like, why do I live
it
where it hurts me outside?
Why am I here?
I'm in Arizona now, where it's very dry.
Yeah, I lived in Phoenix for about a year for school, and it's so hot and dry.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, that's so
pretty
funny.
though.
And where in Oklahoma were you?
I was in OKC, the big city.
Okay. My son was stationed at Fort Sill over there, so Lawton.
Oh, yeah.
I was shocked. I thought it was south enough to where the climate wouldn't be as harsh, but my goodness.
No, it's harsh.
Yeah, I'm like, we're having Chicago weather up in here, and
it really is, and even down to Texas too. Like I was born in Dallas, and it is like extremely muggy there as well, even in the winter. So I'm just like, where does the humidity end? In Arizona, I guess.
Yeah, I found it, and I have to say,
it's
I
like
really
a dead space of it's not bad. It's like, yeah, they're always like, it's a dry heat, and I'm like, yeah, I totally get that.
Oh, it's different for sure.
It's
Hello,
so different.
Roots.
Hey, Roots.
Welcome to the stage.
Hey, yeah, I don't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to say hello, and yeah, I hope to hear and see more of you here. And if you do get the chance, yeah, streaming into Decentraland is a cool thing. And I don't know if you know them, but I've been trying to talk to the Granite Saints. They're punk rock band out of Chinatown in Honolulu, and I'm trying to get them to stream into Decentraland, but I'm not getting very far just yet. But if there were more than one person that wanted to, or group that wanted to stream into Decentraland out of Hawaii, maybe we can.
It would be really cool to set up like some type of deal with a venue here, like Nextdoor or something. I feel like they would be cool enough to do something like that, where it's like a Web3 band night.
That'd be awesome.
Of like streaming stuff like that. That would be sick. I feel like like Web3 is not really much of a thing in here in Hawaii. Like there's a lot of us that live here that are into Web3, but there's not like a community Web3 thing that I've noticed that where we're coming together and doing IRL events as Web3 people, and I think that could be really cool.
Right. There's one called Blockchain in Paradise, and we meet every couple of weeks, and it's just kind of a There's one called a social thing.
Yeah, but, that sounds cool. I would love to get into something like that.
But I'll hit you up on Twitter or X.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'll let you get back to the interview. But thanks a lot for being here.
Awesome. Thanks, Roots.
Hi, Cece is in Hawaii, and shame on me for not knowing which island she's on. But Roots, do you know?
She's on Hawaii Island.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Big Island, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because oh my gosh, please let me know. I would fly out there just for this. Just
I know.
so
well, we're
dope.
hoping to do that with the Funk Not Fight movement too, where they go all over. Like I said, they tour and do these events, put these events up, and so they're wanting to do one in Hawaii where we have a Funk Not Fight movement, and the whole point of that is it's for mental health and for forming community and bringing people together and spreading love and unity. And so people that that live locally, they can go to this event, and if someone comes in and they feel like hurting themselves or hurting other people, there's resources there for them. There's mental health counselors, there's art teachers that can take them and involve them in art, or if they want to record a song, like they've got all these people ready to come out and help do these things to better the community. And that's really big for me. And so we're going to be spreading that through Web3 as well, by streaming these events, by putting them into Funktropolis, by bringing them everywhere. I mean, I'd love to be streaming them to the True Band Room or into Decentraland, like whatever we want to do. I'd love to get you guys involved in this. Like we want to spread this message as much as we can.
Say when this will happen. 100%.
All right, good to know. I do know that there's something coming up. I don't know if you're busy. I know that December 30th is kind of busy for a lot of people. It's right before New Year's, but there is an event that night or day. I'm not exactly sure what time it is, but it's going to be in Compton. And so they've got a lot of like really big names showing up for that. And that would be really cool to stream it over to you guys as well.
Oh my goodness. Heck yeah. We were actually just discussing what we're going to do for the holidays. Like typically we shut down for a couple weeks just because we go so hard all year. It's like, all right, holidays are here. But I'm a new empty nester, so I'm like looking for stuff to do.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. And I know that Bootsy and them, like, they just want to propagate this message and this vibe. So anywhere that we can do that, we want to do it. And so if you guys wanted to stream that, into True Band, and then you would also be able to get a vision of what Funktropolis looks like, because we'll be streaming into there as well. And I might be there on a green screen. So you maybe get to see me and hear me talk a little bit.
Yeah. And if it's in Compton, we could easily be on the ground as well, helping with any streaming. We have lots of SoCal.
Awesome.
Friends.
Yeah, that's great.
That would be amazing.
Cool.
Sin, how's it going over there?
Oh, just me being me. Band room's looking good over here. We have like 17 friends at the band room, looking all fly and shit.
Hi, band room friends.
yeah. If you wanna like check it out, I do have my Extreme. Oh God, it's so hard to say that. My stream pinned up to the top.
Extreme.
You're right.
Need a fat space in between the words.
The pause. And yeah, I mean, this space currently, we are at 24 people. It's been a great space. It's been an amazing conversation with you, Blue. One thing we have not covered yet is your NFTs that you have listed on OpenSea.
Yes, I do have a few up there. My featured ones are all for sale. I think I have some other hidden for sale ones too, but I've got a VIP token. It's kind of like, it's my VIP token. I don't know how else to put that. It's just my VIP token, but I don't have very many left of those. But basically owning that means that any music that I mint in the future I'm assuming it's probably going to have to be a new contract, but anything I mint on that contract in the future, those people get for free, just automatically drop to them. So it's a really good deal. I only have 9 left total, like ever, and I only have 4 for sale. right now, and I don't always have them for sale. So those are like number one on my featured on my OpenSea page. You can find all of my links, by the way, by just going to my profile on X. And there's a link tree. You can find my Spotify. If you want to go help me out there, it would be awesome if you just went and like followed me on Spotify, added some songs, whatever you want to do, or just checked me out. It's really helpful to me. My OpenSea's on there, all of my social platform stuff, my TikTok. If you're into TikTok and want to see me be an absolute goofball on TikTok, I do cracker and weird food reviews, and I make really strange videos over there. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you might enjoy that. As far as other NFTs I have for sale, I've got a lot of my music NFTs for sale. I've got some of my like appreciation NFTs for sale. I think I have like 1 or 2 Bubble Bums for sale. So not many of those, but I'm hoping to launch a new contract for that soon too.
Did you say, wait, sorry. I was trying to shop and listen at the same time and my brain just did not work. Which one is the one that there are only 4 left? Is that the VIP?
The VIP token. Yeah, the VIP list token. There's 9 total left, and I only have 4 for sale right now.
FOMO! So everybody in the band room, if you're not in the space, you can find Blue's link on the back wall. It's the link to her link tree, and the link to NFTs is where you'll find the OpenSea link, and there they are, the Blues VIP list. 0.04 ETH. Okay.
Yeah,
Gonna happen.
they're running out. And I'm not sure what's going to happen after that. But the other thing about these too is that if you own one of these, and someday if I'm in your city playing a show, you're on my VIP list. So it's essentially like buying a 0.04 ETH like lifetime VIP list ticket to any of my shows. Like your name's on a list forever. And so if you show up to that show and you want to, go backstage or hang or do a meet and greet, whatever whatever it ends up being, that's part of owning that, which I think is, it's kind of a neat utility of Web3.
I gotta talk to Unicorn. So part of the Rocking Unicorns, which is True, TRU, the True Band Room, the Rocking Unicorns have a community wallet, and we look for stuff like this because if the community wallet owns it, that utility is then available to like locals. Like, hey, Blue's gonna be in North Carolina. Who's there? We can
Right.
raffle. Yeah.
And and you could totally use that and like pass it around. Or that's the other thing too, is like, when you buy a VIP ticket to a show, you've got your name on it and you can't really like transfer that to someone else. Well, with this, if it's in your wallet, then you get to come. So if you transfer it to someone else's wallet, whoever owns that wallet gets to be there. They're on that list.
That's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh, so sorry. Yes, didn't take over. I just sneezed like 3 times in a row. I need a minute.
Yep. Make sure to load up that wallet full of ETH. Check out Blue's NFTs. So, okay, Blue, I noticed that from looking at all of your accounts, one thing was like a consistent thing through all of like every platform, your account on every platform, which is I am Blue and Blue is you.
Yes.
Where did that originate from? What could you tell us about it? And
So
what can you share?
that's kind of it's kind of like an interesting story, because Blue, the name Blue, I didn't always go by Blue. I went by a different name before I changed it to Blue, like probably 4 or 5 years ago. Blue kind of just came to me. It was almost like this spiritual awakening name that happened to me. I like downloaded it or something from wherever, the universe, if you will. And it came with this whole package of ideas of like who I want to be and who I can be to help the world and to help essentially, whatever amount of awakening I can, and to help people heal, because that's what I've always wanted to do with my music, is just to be a what do you call that? Well, a source of healing. Blue came to me because, well, I put the 2 dots over the U because my real name has 2 dots in it. I won't dox myself too hard there, but my real name has 2 dots in it, so that's kind of an homage to that. And then the color blue, not only is it my favorite color, but it's, you know, the color of our big blue planet that we live on. That is an anomaly that's incredible for us to even be here. And so it kind of represents the wholeness of where we are. And we're all, you know, made of mostly water. And so it kind of represents what we're made of, and that we're all made of the same thing. And so blue is you, I am blue and blue is you, is essentially saying like, I am this and you're also this, and we are one people, we're one thing. And so that's kind of where that comes from. It's part of me just telling people like what I'm about and how I want the world to be.
It is perfect, and I love how Shelly's throwing up blue hearts.
Yes, we're a big fan of the blue hearts around here. People that know me, they're like, whenever I respond to them, they're like, all right, what am I getting today? Blue hearts or like the hugging symbol or alien heads? It's one of those 3 things.
Hold up, I gotta switch my heart to blue here.
Yes, everyone switch your heart to blue forever.
Yep, there you go. There we go.
Yay.
Blue heart.
Forever blue. I love it. Okay, we only have 14 minutes left in the hour, so if anybody here wants to pop up and ask Blue anything, or just, you know, share some flowers with your fellow Web3 fam, now is the time. But I had a question in there and it completely escaped me.
I could always ask my fanboy question, Shelly.
Do
Yes,
it.
please.
Well, you already know that I love the song Fragile.
Yes.
You had mentioned that it is an oldie but a goodie. At least as far as your SoundCloud goes, it shows like 2 years old.
Right.
But just wondering, like, have you had that song for longer than 2 years? And also, kind of the secondary question in there, like, how did you come to create this masterpiece? Like, what inspired it?
So yeah, I've had that song for like probably 3 or 4 years, so maybe double what it's actually been released for. It was just one of those ones, like many of my songs, where I've written it and then just not felt it, or like couldn't finish it, or couldn't get the music right, whatever the circumstance was, that I just couldn't bring myself to putting it out yet. But about 2 years ago, finally got it all together and just decided to throw it out there. What was the second question? I'm sorry.
What inspired it? Was
Right.
it like moments in life, a moment that you were going through in life, or? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Fragile is it's kind of about the fragility of the human experience, and how it feels like maybe one day you're a baby in your mother's arms and the next you're a full-blown adult that has bills and taxes to pay, and like none of it really makes sense of like why any of it's happening, and why, you know, our skin has to be so thick in life. Like, why can't things be more fragile? Why can't we be more tender and sweet to ourselves and to each other? So that's kind of where that stems from. It's basically about just feeling really like little and sensitive, essentially.
I'm over here almost 40. Like, yeah, I still don't feel prepared for life.
Right.
So,
exactly. That's the point. It's like, and you know, with every year I get older, I'm 30 now, and every year I get older, I feel like more fragile than I did the year before. Like, I feel like I had like an armor of steel essentially when I was a teenager, because that's when you feel the most immortal. But then since then, since I've hit like 22 or something, every single year has just been more and more fragility and sensitivity, and I don't know, like welcoming of energies around me. And I don't know if that's everyone, but I know it's a lot of people feel that way. So, and I think there's something to that. There's something, it's kind of like the more wise you get, the more open you are to people around you. And I think it's important to obviously protect your energy and not let bad energy in and not let, harmful people try to hurt you by being so open. But I think it's important to always remain open and allow yourself to be fragile and allow yourself to love, endlessly, even if it backfires, and to continue to do so regardless.
I love that. I love that you take the human condition and put words to it, because so many people, and I'm going to speak for them because I feel like I can, like as someone who's not super articulate when it comes to emotions or feelings and just the human condition,
Right.
when an artist like you puts words to it, I'm like, yes, thank you. You have a big responsibility to speak for all of us that are over here.
Is like I'm not articulate in emotions or feelings or anything like that when I'm speaking. Like, it's really difficult for me to talk about those things and feel like I'm making sense. But with music, it's just this other language. Like, I feel like that's my way of communicating, and it's my way of really explaining, my experience of being human. And hopefully other people resonate. I mean, they do. Other people do resonate with that. That's the point of music, right? It's like you're writing this picture of like what we're all experiencing, and I think that's really beautiful. It's a language that it doesn't really take this, intense analytical literature type of mind. You can just, it's more of a feeling, and I really like, that's how I function, is on feeling.
Damn, I love that. Well said. That was awesome.
Thank you. I said that right, I guess. I didn't have to sing that part. That's good.
Yeah, I would not say that you're not articulate.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But you know how we are, I mean, especially as women too, like it's easy to second guess ourselves when we're speaking. For some reason, I don't know why that is. It's maybe like imposter syndrome a little bit, or it's easy to be like, am I saying the right thing? Or like, how are people perceiving me? Or, all these things that come with just, I feel like, a feminine energy.
Absolutely. So before we run out of time, I just wanted to go back and get two, maybe three questions. One, Blue Hearts. Billy managed to get them on mobile, but not on desktop. Are you aware of a way to make that translate on desktop?
Not in Spaces,
Interesting.
but on, like, if I'm just writing out like a tweet or something, like, yeah, I can use the blue hearts, but it's because it's just part of the emoji package. But yeah, with Spaces, like, your actions on Spaces on desktop are severely limited.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately. Cool. So yeah, not sure.
Noted. Second question. Bubble Bums. How do we get them? I think you have a couple listed, but
I do a couple listed. I'm gonna go through again and make sure that everything that I own is listed. And then I'm going to be working on a new collection to kind of put more out there. I've got a whole collection of SpongeBob, like Bikini Bottom themed Bubble Bums that have not been released yet. And I really want to get those out because those are incredible and super funny.
Are they square butts?
No.
Oh.
No, but so it's like, imagine like an attractive girl bottom, but it's SpongeBob's outfit and skin color, or like Patrick's outfit and skin color, or Plankton's outfit and skin color, or it's got a little fur on it and it's sandy, all these things that you wouldn't normally see their butts look like that, but
oh, I'm here for it. Okay, and are any more Bubble Bums going to be added to that collection?
The Bikini Bottom one will be separate. And then there'll probably be, I mean, I'm always producing, I like doing one-of-one, like custom one-of-ones and giving those away. So basically what I do is I do a giveaway and people enter, and the winner gets a custom one-of-one Bubble Bum from me, meaning they get to design essentially what they want it to have on it. So I give them a form that they fill out and they send me back the specs, and then I design it for them essentially. Or if you own a lady or another NFT of any kind, you can send me that. And if you wanted to like match that, I can do that too.
Holy shit, this has become like a bucket list thing for me. I need to have a Bubble Bum. So I will be.
So yeah, stay tuned for, turn on notifications. Stay tuned for when I post giveaways like that and such. I'm constantly giving stuff away, whether it's music or Bubble Bums or, whatever it may be. So me and the Fame Ladies are just really big on giving stuff away.
Okay, and so third question is, how does one become a member of the Fame Ladies?
All you have to do is purchase or somehow hold a Fame Lady Society token or lady. So, and we have resources on our Twitter. So if you go to our Twitter page, you can find out more about like how to do that. You can either buy from the old collection and wrap to our collection, or you can, because we are a takeover essentially of a rugged collection. So you can go buy the old contract and move it to the new contract, or you can buy from the new contract. There's a couple different ways to do it. But it's definitely worth it. 100%.
Whoa, okay. So can you tell us a little more
Yeah, I was going to
about
say, you're
how
probably
that
going to want to
works?
know that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are the first all-female generative PFP collection on the blockchain. We minted in August of, I hope I'm doing this right. I'm not. So Jilly is she's my hype girl, and she's down below, and she's typically the girl that says all this stuff. So I hope I don't disappoint Mother. But essentially, our old team was a group of Russian men that were pretending to be women and made a bunch of money off of all the people that minted. And then they got found out, and they handed the contract over to a couple stewards that the community voted to help, steward the project and help it, get along. Well, those two people decided that they actually owned the contract straight up, pushed the community aside, silenced us, and took over complete control of the contract and the project, and and essentially told us that our opinions and views don't matter, and that it's theirs, and that it's theirs only, and privately, even though it was very clearly a community-owned project. So basically, after a lot of toiling and trying to figure that out and suffering, we just decided, you know what, we'll do this the Web3 way. We'll be smart about it. We'll use this technology. We found a dev named Flick who's amazing, and he created a new contract for us, and we wrapped to it in this revolutionary action of defiance and standing up for transparency and like authenticity in Web3 like we do. And so that's where we're at now. So when you buy a lady, or if you own a lady and you wrap it to the new contract, you officially have say in the community-owned project that we're all a part of, and you can help govern. It's that simple.
That's badass.
Yeah, it truly is. It's like, it's historic. So we've been rugged twice essentially, and we still come back, and we're the community that continues to rock the Web3 space with just how much we won't take that shit for an answer. Like, we are going to stand up and say what's right, always. We're not about toxic positivity. We're not about, bullying or negativity in any way, but we're not going to sit around and say, oh, you know what? Oh, well, our project rugged, whatever, and move on and take the hit. Like, we're going to stand up and do something about it in a positive, in a revolutionary kind of way.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Love it. We need to do a Fame Lady night in the metaverse.
Yes, please. We would love that.
Yeah.
We throw a good party, so we would love to do that.
Heck yeah, I'm here for it. Well, Blue, thank you so much. This has been so much fun getting to know you and learning more about your story. I can't wait to continue, in DMs and hopefully get something going in Decentraland.
Yeah.
And then, oh, I suck. What, Funktropolis?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain. I'm a goldfish. I remember things
Funktropolis.
like-
You got it though. That was it.
So yeah, we'll be. Everybody, please turn on notifications for Blue if you're in Decentraland. Again, that link is on the back wall in the band room to, her link tree. Turn on those notifications. Check out those NFTs. We all need bubble bums in our lives.
Go buy a Fame Lady.
And a Fame Lady. Hell yes.
This is financial advice. Go buy a Fame Lady.
Yeah, damn. So, Sin, I'll let you do the official wrap up, but Blue, did you want to leave anybody with any thoughts or last words before we close the space?
No, I think I'm all good. I really enjoyed being here and talking about everything I love. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that, everyone.
Thank you so much for your time, and like I mentioned, like it's an honor. We've been following each other for quite a while now, so
Yeah,
this is well overdue.
definitely.
And yeah, just want to thank everyone at the band room. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. A lot of you are, join us every week for Music Matrix, and yeah, just want to give you some love. Thank you to everyone here in the X Space. Really appreciate your time. I want to thank Fame Lady Society holders down there for coming in and supporting as well. And yeah, also give a little flowers to Seed and Shelly for for the last few days of Decentraland. We had music festivals. Shelly finished organizing that amazing 3-day Decentraland event. It was like in terms of organization and like actually getting the community involved, the right team was put in place this year, and I feel like it was a good step forward, at least for the overall concept. And Seed, lots of flowers to you for that. I believe it was the Underworld Music Fest. Thank you for hosting that. You did bring in a bunch of amazing musicians to perform. You featured Shark Anthony with Night Swim, and he brought the boys over too, and the community. Like that was awesome to see. Thank you. And yeah, to any returning users, so good to see you. And Miu loves you all, and as usual, act natural.
Thank you, everybody. See you next week. I don't know what just happened to my voice there, but bye.
Bye.
Alrighty, and to any of you watching on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, wait, not Discord, Twitch, YouTube, X, or Kick, thank you for your time. I'm going to raid the next streamer over. If we're on Kick, probably won't be raiding. I don't know.
Maybe I think that we're fragile.
If we have 5 viewers, we probably can.
Moments as they come to us.
Oh man, we need one more viewer on Kick, and then we'll be able to raid, which would be pretty cool. We'll maybe get to know a new community member. You never know. Let's see if I can get another account up.